give advice and stuff about your pasta. In fact, I've got some frozen pasta in the fridge.
So just an episode about cooking pasta.
Yeah. So I've got this. You won't get it in the States.
Oh, what is that?
It's Gino D'Acampo. He's like a TV chef over here.
Oh,
bit like an Italian Bobby Flay or whatever.
No,
that's him. He's from Naples in Italy, and this is
meatballs.
This is Napoli, that sort of way. The freezer's actually freezing my leg. This is open. These are
oh god,
these are meatballs that he does.
No.
Yeah, frozen meatballs.
I'm going to teach you guys how to cook spaghetti.
Well, we've also got... Hang on. Wait a sec.
More?
From the same range, we've got...
oh, God.
roasted garlic and smoked provolone cheese flatbread.
Maybe the bread, Oh, Gary.
Ay, mamma mia.
It's all with Marchese and Buller. It's all with Marchese and Buller.
Welcome to Horror with Marchese and Buller, and today, because Gary just showed me his atrocious frozen pasta, I'm going to take just a few minutes, because it's not going to be a long show, to tell you how to make pasta sauce. Now, there's two ways.
Nice.
There's many ways. Everybody has their own thing. As you can see, there was that mobster movie where the guy was slicing the garlic really nice and thin. You could use powdered garlic. You can buy garlic in a jar. I don't recommend that, but if you're in a rush...
What do you do, Will?
This is what I do. So first, maybe I'll put some video to this too as I'm cooking today. First, I put a little oil in the bottom of the pan.
Oh, what sort of oil, Will?
Extra virgin olive oil, but I'm not going to say the acronym because I don't like that. So, I put the olive oil in the bottom of the pan, and I let that heat up while I'm chopping the garlic, and then while I'm chopping the onions, and I let those get soft, right? I let it get soft in the bottom. And when those are soft enough, then I take the sauce in a can. Now, this is the only part that I kind of cheat on because I don't make it with the tomatoes. Otherwise, you'd be here all day, and I don't have all day. Because I have to write. I have to write, Gary. So do you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I take a can of sauce, it's crushed tomatoes, right? And I put that in when the garlic and the onions are nice. Put that in, let it cook a little bit. Then I put in some oregano, some basil, some maybe some rosemary. Sometimes you don't have to, but I sometimes
controversial.
Yes, a little rosemary, and some, you can put any type of salt you want. I put either sea salt or Himalayan pink salt.
Yeah, we got some of that.
And then grind some pepper, right? And then let that sit. Just let it sit. That's why. So while you're doing that, on the other burner is pasta is the water cooking. It's getting boiled.
So there's something. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Don Will.
Yes.
But on your pasta. One, do you use fresh pasta or do you use just the dried stuff? And two, how do you know when it's cooked?
That's another thing.
Oh, okay.
So, see, I don't use fresh pasta because that would take another year and a day. So, I have to buy the pastas that are in the box.
Okay, that's what I do. I believe it's good enough.
Yeah. Unless you got the time and you can make it, it's pretty much the same. It's just drier. It takes a little longer. I say anywhere from 12 to 16 minutes. What I do is I keep checking it. I swirl it. If it looks soft enough, I take it out. I eat it a piece to make sure. You don't want it too soft. You really don't want it too hard. You want it just in the middle. They call it al dente, right? Firm to the tooth.
Yeah.
And then once you're finished, now if you also want, you can put some kidney beans. You can put any type of beans, cannellini beans. Boom, right in the pasta sauce. You get some chopped meat. Fry that on the side. You don't have to fry it. Just put it in a frying pan, break it up, let it just turn into
What kind of meat do you usually go for?
You can go, depending on how cheap you are, I like to get 95% lean, but I got 80% lean this time. It's probably going to cook down to less. The 95% lean usually gives you more because it's not a lot of fat that's going to render down, so you're going to get more product. But then, the cheaper you get, the less you get. So it's like you get what you pay for. But I got 80% lean. Cook it down. You can maybe season it, but it's going to go in the sauce anyway, so you really don't have to. Or if you want to make...
I'm sorry to interrupt. Do you ever use chicken mince or turkey mince or anything like that?
You could. If you prefer the taste, or if you want to go healthier, it doesn't really matter, because these days it doesn't really matter. They're all processed beyond belief. So if you prefer it, you can do turkey. You could do sausage if you want. Sausages.
I love a bit of sausage.
Oh, me too. Hot sausage. Now, meatballs. You take a bowl. You take an egg. You take some breadcrumbs. You take the meat. Maybe chop some garlic. Maybe chop some onions. Parmesan, squish it with your hands like an old Italian lady, and then you make them into meatballs, and you fry them, and you throw that into the sauce if you want.
Wow.
I'm not going to be doing the meatballs tonight. I'm going to be doing the chopped meat on the side. I will probably take video footage for this.
I think you should.
I'll splice it in.
So what you're describing here is a healthy, home-cooked alternative to this frozen meatballs. Is that right?
I wouldn't necessarily say it's healthy, but it's much better than that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, whoever you are, but that's an English Italian guy.
He's Italian. He speaks English very badly.
Oh yeah,
but he's like a TV chef over here for some reason.
He's not a fugazi.
Yeah. He's not a what?
A fugazi.
What's a fugazi?
Like a fake Italian?
No, he's genuine from Napoli, Italian.
I'm not.
He might be your brother-in-law.
I'm from the Bronx.
You're from the Bronx,
but I can make some pasta sauce. That was my grandmother's. That was my grandmother's. Maybe one day I'll tell you about my mother's.
Oh wow!
But that was my grandmother's.
That was your grandmother's recipe. Is there a difference between the two?
A little bit.
Big difference.
The sauce a little bit, yeah, because my mother uses puree and pasta paste and together, and it gets a little thicker. But my grandmother's more hearty. Got the little onions and garlic in there.
Yeah. Here's a question for you. So, you got your pasta, you got your sauce. What do you do? Do you have it in the middle of the table and you all sort of dig in, or do you serve it into portions?
Well, what I do, because we don't really set the table and all that stuff too often, right? Only for big things. Because realistically, you got no time for that. So what we do is I got the pans on the stove. I take a plate. I put the pasta. I put the sauce on top, and then I put the beef on top, and then I put it on the table, and I put the cheeses around.
What about pepper? A bit of pepper?
Oh no! I mean, if you want pepper on the side, you could put the pepper on. That's what I was going to say. Do not mix the sauce with the pasta.
Wow. Okay.
You want to put it on top, and maybe a little circle, because then you can if you want to mix it after it's on there while you're eating, you can mix it together. Or if you want to just take a little sauce, twirl it with a spoon. Eat it, boom. That's how you take the fork, the spoon, twirl, boom. But I think it ruins it.
Oh, okay.
That's just me. Everybody has their own things.
Yeah. We usually do the same if we ever cook a pasta sauce or anything, or do spaghetti bolognese or something. We Lisa will cook the pasta and do a bit of a put it on the plate and make a little hole in the middle and just pour it in the hole in the middle, and
so it doesn't go everywhere, and that's how you do it. And then you put the ricotta, which people say ricotta, but it's not. It's ricotta and Parmesan, Romano, both the same. One's a little cheaper. Put that on. But we want to know what you think. Do you have recipes? Put them in the comments below. Maybe we'll get a recipe from Gary about an English dish that he does.
Yeah, maybe when I return from Cyprus, I'll do a bit of a buller special.
Buller.
See you next time. See you, Will. Oh, Francesco Rinaldi. Oh, saucy little Italian. Wait, did you say cut? Or which one do I use? Which one do I edit out? It was cool. Oh God, no! See you next time. See you next time.
It's all with Marchese and it's all with Marchese and
Welcome to Horror with Marchese and Buller. You know, if you want cheese and stuff. But big things, because you know, when you got realistically. Wait, just. Oh gosh, this cooking is.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Like an English dish that he does. You paused. You're muted. There you go.
I muted myself by accident when I just touched the screen. But I got.
Or you could just say rigort if you're ghetto. Ghetto Italian, like rigort.
Rigor.
But you can say rigorta.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Romano. Both the same. One's a little cheaper. Put that on. Make sure it doesn't have all the anti-caking stuff that some of these places have. You know.
Yeah,
these
you're making me hungry, man. You're making me hungry.
Oh, just wait till you see.
You're not even eating a meal yet. I'm starving.
I gotta go mow the lawn again.
Oh, God.
It hasn't got.
You and that. Oh,
It's still warm. It's still growing. Gary, it's still growing.
unbelievable.
Like growing things from Josh Mallerman.
Yeah, exactly. Our lawn has got one more cut before winter, I think. The little old guy who comes and does it for us.
Yeah.
He's doing one more. But when the weather dries, because it's been raining like.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm doing it one more time just to get the big weeds that come up, and then I'm waiting. And when it gets cool, then I'm gonna edge it so it freezes for the winter. And that particular, I'm just doing it one more time until it gets cooler, and then
Yeah.